Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. It has been a quiet week for me, believe it or not. Everybody coming in: Aussie Tiger, LA Moon, Human Jim, Sarah Stafford, Samantha Morris. The cat is listening while driving, so eyes on the road. It's all good. Thanks for being here. And a white light going out to Tim, who is not not he's under the weather and in a situation. So white light, get better, bro. Physically, it's a physical thing. A pinky leader. Okay, and now I'm gonna jump right into the topics. Right, disclaimer. Okay, the election, the president, not gonna discuss it. Don't want to. Don't need to. Doesn't have anything to do with us. We can go into the topics that surround it a little bit because they're kind of weird. The star seeds, awakening ideas of that kind of thing, right? So, but I'm not going to discuss the politics and the opinions and the feelings on both sides. I don't care, right? I just don't care. Um, that's not what I'm about. And you're whatever you are, that's great. Okay. Not interested. I really feel like even though I'm in here stuck in this society with the rest of y'all monkey brains, I don't want to participate. Okay. Hey, Renee, I'm one too. I'm a monkey brain too. It just goes with the meat suit. Okay. But yeah, that is my disclaimer. Okay. And that's this part of it. That's I'm done. I don't need to go into it. Right. I don't have no opinion no more. As if we had a choice anyway. Okay. Whatever. Big Lizard's gonna do what Big Lizard's gonna do, right? So be big lizards. You do you, boo. Okay. So, but okay, I did recently see this video that was so crazy. Okay. And this is hopefully you can see it. This is where was Amy. What? Okay, here we go. Amy had Ashton Forbes on, but this was 6 months ago. Guess who had him on? Just published a interview with him. I can't play any audio, but hopefully you can see the screen, right? This is the Twins Pod. Hodge Twins had Ashton Forbes. Guys, I love Ashton Forbes to death, but hey, he's out of your depth, okay? Those guys were sitting around going at almost everything he was saying, except regarding the little MH370 Malaysia flight that disappeared. And it just reawakened. By the way, 10-year anniversary. It's been 10 years since that happened. MH370 happened 10 years ago. That's that's a long time. And it seems like it just happened. Doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like all this these say if okay, now I'm going to bring up a picture of the MH370, not a video because of course videos suck here. Of what was the crazy part of it, right? And okay, let me get a good one. This is a shirt you can buy. I promise I was not prepared for this, right? Me, I should have done this. Where am I? Science? Yeah. MH370 shirt. You junk. Hold on, I got to do this the hard way. It's always the hard way. Always the hard way. It wouldn't be the Quantum Show if it wasn't the hard way. It's moving right along, right? So I need to get in now. I need to get back into the folder. This is a t-shirt you can buy about the MH370. And what was the interesting part about it? Well, it seemed to be, are y'all remembering now? Hey, Storm. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Lynn. That is the picture of the airplane. This is an infrared picture, and there are 3 orbs traveling around it. Now, when you watch the infrared video of it, now this is a picture of a t-shirt you can buy. It's been so long that you can actually buy this t-shirt because those people are gone. I learned there are pending lawsuits, and the phones, a lot of them are still ringing, of the people who were on board the plane. Not a lot of them, but some of them. But after 10 years, any of them should not be ringing, right? That seems like a very strange thing to me. So what happened to this airplane? Well, let me go over the short version of it. MH370 in 2014 was going into Beijing, but it had some kind of an emergency, and it started going towards the closest airport. And then after it made its turn, I can't play any videos. This is old news. Everyone knows this story who is into this kind of weird stuff, right? Into aliens, ufology. It was making its turn, and then on infrared, you had these orbs circling around it. And people say it was a random, it wasn't a random. This has also been established. They ran it through what was going on, and it was forming, it was a triangle. Okay. It was a triangle around that plane. Obviously, it looks like that in a still, but it kept, if this is the plane, let me go ahead and take this off now. Or, yeah. If this is the plane, then they were on a thing like that. They were going like this around that plane. And what that thing was forming, according to Ashton Forbes, it was going in a sphere around that plane. In front, in rear, it was like, imagine them going around like this, and it was doing this all the way around in a measured movement. It was very strange. And then there was an endothermic event, and the plane disappeared. Exothermic is an explosion, heat going out. Now, this is it from an infrared context. It would be bright colored if that's the scale you're using. Okay. The scale on these infrared, what they do is the brighter the color, the hotter the image, the hotter the item. And that's the brighter the color. The darker the color, the cooler. So it goes in, and for a split second, it goes into an endothermic event where it is dark, black. So it sucked in heat. And the orbs around it, when they were tracking it, now you can't see it on this picture because it's a t-shirt picture, right? That the orbs were having a dark spot in front of them as they moved around. In front of them, not a jet trail, a nose cone of darkness. If you examine each frame, I'm not going to examine it here. Lots of other people have done this already, but this is the 10-year anniversary, and he was on Hodge Twins. What? Why would? Who's y'all's agent? Stay away from the weird science, Keith and Kevin. Okay, stay away from the weird science. Link below to watch that Hodge Twins episode. It's a long one, and it is Ashton Forbes but they are the comedy relief of this thing. Okay, Hodge twins are cool, but stay away from science. All right, stick to socio-economic, political stuff. Stay away from the sciences. Stay away from ufology, please. Oh man, because you guys love you to death. Don't do this. Don't do this. Just don't do this. And was the plane scanned? Well, not as we know scanning. Like we think of we got a light going down. Sorry, that's my special sound effects right there. Like going around, going like an MRI or like a scanner where it scans up and down. Not so much. According to Ashton, these things were forming an energy vortex in front of it. And this is some trippy stuff. This is now the science might be beyond a few of us here. It is beyond me. I can't reproduce this. I don't know how to reproduce. There might be a simple way of doing it. I don't know it. But what it was doing was it was forming, okay, a frequency. This is, if this was easy, it would be common, but this is why it's not easy. This is our tech. It forms a vortex in front that goes into dark matter, and that dark matter is used as a medium, such like water or air. And it was taken through that. Those three things were forming an energy frequency matrix around the plane to keep the plane a plane. But I don't think that it wasn't a teleportation thing. It was a transference thing. Okay, it was a wormhole, but not like outer space planet eater wormholes. What I watched so much stuff on this after watching Twins Pod, the Hodge twins. And it was a lot to take in. Okay, so I need to say thank you, Aussie. Like and subscribe if you're here. You're Quantum. Thanks everybody who can listen in, who can't watch and participate. Still love you. Glad you're here. Thanks everybody. Diane, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Now, I wanted to say our standard disclaimer: aliens are not demons. Still, I checked. Okay, give you the quantum thumbs up. Not demons. Still not demons. Demons didn't mess with MH370. Demons didn't land in a spaceship. Not demons. All right. So just getting that out there. That is going to be my disclosure from here on out. Aliens are not demons. I checked. And if anybody has a problem, tell them to come. Email link in the description. Okay. So I don't think that MH370 was taken by aliens or anything like that. I think it was our tech that they are hiding from us, that we shouldn't be using gasoline at all. Okay. We shouldn't be using gasoline at all. Ashton Forbes is a neat guy. He is literally the only one who has taken an objective view of the facts of the case of MH370, because it was weird. I remember Amy talked to him live. I was there for the show. I had to cut out because it was a school night for me and means I had to work. But she had him on. Rich talked about this case. Rich didn't talk to Ashton as far as I know, but Amy had him on. Rich thinks it's a hoax. I don't know if it's a hoax or not, because when you look at this infrared, and infrared meaning heat vision, and there is a dark spot anywhere, that's a cold spot. Well, a cold spot, I'm not getting super sciencey, of course, means a displacement of heat. It's colder, heat is moving towards it. What does that? Okay, ice and fire. Ice absorbs heat. Heat goes into it. Okay, heat is the vibration of atoms to make things what we call warm. Exothermic, explosion. Endothermic, sucks heat in. That's ice. Or the compression of some fluids, right? Or the expansion of some fluids. That's how we got refrigerators. And it just seems like whatever this thing was doing, Ashton explained it so well. And he's very hard to follow sometimes. The Hodge twins could not follow him. Okay. The Hodge twins could not follow. They just were like, let me show you what he was look like. That was them the whole show until they had some kind of remark to say, right? And it was usually a funny remark, which is fine. They're comedy relief. They're the funny side of all the serious garbage. And right. Okay. Monty's saying the first thing you'd have to know what temperature range the camera is set to, say what the colors mean. There's no reference to this image. This particular image is a t-shirt. Do not try to reference this image. It's for sale on Etsy. Okay. Go for that. Get you a t-shirt. It's not exactly this. Okay. And there is a reference on the video. It gives the references in the bottom of the video. And it's more or less a standard scale that we use. It's like Fahrenheit, Celsius. It's a standard scale to color given in the video that this shirt is based on. And this is a shirt. Don't worry about this, right? This is a t-shirt. But it seems like it's not aliens, it's us. Thanks, Jared. It's not aliens, it's us. And this is not something we developed on our own. This is something we developed in a previous civilization. This was dug up somewhere and no one knows where. Yeah, there seemed to be a ground project. Okay, when you look at some of the other videos and some of the other evidence, it does lend to that a little bit, but there's too much against it being ground projected that, again, ignore this image. This is an example image so we know what page we're looking at, right? And well, it turns out there was one camera was on a drone 30 miles away. Now, as we know, 30 miles is not that far for some of these, and it was a military drone. Not very far away. Especially 30 miles is not that far away when you're talking about the kinds of technology that we now, military technology. It was in the area, and it was also radar. Okay. And they have some really good cameras. Also, the emergency, what happened was they were shipping lithium ion batteries in bulk. Well, check it out. MH370 is why we have to always, when we send a package, and this is Ashton Forbes talking, when you send a package or a letter, are there any lithium ion batteries in here? Because atmospheric pressure changes causes the lithium to become slightly unstable and possibly cause a fire. And that happens, that had happened up to this point. Okay. If you look at some more analysis of when the plane was at a different angle, you can see it has a wider spot in the belly. There was a fire going on, lithium ion fire, and those are no joke, okay? This is not science fiction. Pulse plasma laser, they are not science fiction anymore, okay? And right, lithium ions are not stable. If you run over a phone, it's probably going to blow up. If you run over a phone with lithium ion battery in it, it has the possibility of blowing up. And they're just stable enough to survive like a 5-foot fall. Don't try it. The phone will break, the battery will not. I had a battery that was in a laptop that just went from cold to hot a few times, and it bubbled up. Not good. Not good. But going back to the pulsed plasma laser, right, pulsed plasma laser is not science fiction. When we think of pulse, we think of boom, boom, boom. That's not, no, that's not. It's pulse on a very small scale. If you look at an LED through a camera like this one, then well, I don't have anything like that. You can get a pulse looking at it. The Halloween decoration things, the strobe, that is you put it all the way up and it looks like it's just on because it's flashing faster than our eyes can determine. Still pulsing, just the pulses are so small that we don't notice it. Same thing with scan rates on screens, right? So it's not boom, boom, boom. It's zzz, all like that. It's a frequency thing, and it's different. Hard to explain. It's very sciencey, hard to explain, and it's hot in here. And yes, the thermal changed in the air from a 30-mile distance. That is accounted for, dude. Yes, but that is accounted for. They're not taking raw images. They're taking images that they know, okay, there is a, I can't click that, okay, but that's okay. There's a video there. Let me see. Can I click it? Yes, I can click it. Let me see what's up here. I need to go over to my chat room in YouTube because I'm on StreamYard. Here we go. We're getting there. All right. I can look at this. Yes, I can look at it. What? I was like, what? Okay, I will. There's an ad playing. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on this. It's a 7-minute video, but I will share it afterwards. Okay, it will be in the description after the show. And thank you, Monty, for participating. That is participation. I like it. Yeah, a lot of people have talked about this. The topic is the airliner vanishing, analyzing the chilling footage, baffling the internet. I will share the screen. Let me take my little note here. And right, let me just finish my note taking thing here. Where am I? Stop screen, present, share screen. There's another one. All right. I know this is, let me see here. I can't hear anything of it. Okay. Look, that dark spot. That was perfect. That was pretty good. Now I'm going to play this back at a very slow setting. Playback speed, normal. Let's do 50%. Watch those orbs going around it. Okay. Hopefully, please tell me you can see this stuff. You can see it, right? I'm just going to go with yes, you can see it because there's a lot of lag here. That right there is an endothermic event. All right, now I'm going to show that again. Now, if you look, where are we at? Okay, you can see the orbs circling it, and it's also on an axis like this, as well as like this. Now, if you look at that rear little tail, that is a heat trail. That is a heat trail. Oh, where are we at? Okay. That is a heat trail coming from the bottom of the plane, not the engines. The engines were being, as far as I understand it, the camera footage was tuning out that particular frequency of heat, but not this frequency of heat. As I understand it, it was not looking for engine thrust. It was looking for things that were not engine thrust. So it filtered out that frequency of heat, that temperature. So it tuned it out. Didn't say, oh, this is not me. I'm not going to look at it. But these little orbs, there it is. The endothermic reaction. It was going into something. All right, I'm going to stop sharing that because I can't see what's happening. Okay. Right. Blow up the screen. Make that. Link in the description. Link in the chat. Be sure to go look. Thank you, Monty. Thank you for putting that out there. I can't listen to it right now, but that's what we're talking about. Or I can't listen to it, but y'all can. And Amy had Ashton on 6 months ago, and it was where am I at? Yeah, see, let me bring this up. And it was a great show. Oh man. It was such a great show, right? You can see the live chat. Me and Diane are in there. And let me see. Ashton Forbes discusses UFO disclosure and the MH370 mystery. This was from 6 months ago. I don't know when the Hodge twins had him on. Okay. But it was not 6 months ago. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. But this is not aliens. I am on there with Ashton. He makes a lot of sense. Links in the description. Thank you, Monty, for that one link. And okay, I'm going to start looking at the chat some. Monty shared that. And Pinky is saying this is kind of what the Montauk machine did in the descriptions. Yeah, okay. And oh, there is also a follow-up. So he did 2 videos. I will go ahead. You know what? Whoops. I'm going to go to my show, look at, and a follow-up. Get that ready for the description too. Because I want to be able to, it's relevant. Thank you for sharing. All right. And follow it. So yeah, I personally don't have any experience with MH370, but it is such a fascinating topic. And oh, this is debunking VFX artists. There's a bias there. When you debunk something and you're an expert in some field, you're going to look at it from that field. How are the images generated in the first place? using graphic effects programmed into a computer, just stop. Okay. But since it was mentioned, I will present it in the links after the show. So I don't believe this was debunked because it's too wrong. You know what I mean? It's too wrong. You wouldn't, if you're going to fake a video, you don't put out a bad fake. You make one that looks so perfect that it cannot be questioned. That one doesn't fit the bill. There's too much about it that endothermic reaction. Why not have an explosion? Everybody loves explosions in movies. And I agree. It is good to hear from both sides. But there's a bias on the side of the skeptic. Always. The bias is this can't be real. That's not a factual bias, man. You know? So, but when you make a fake, you make it to where it's interesting, not boring. That one was too boring. It was there, it wasn't there. No explosions, no nothing. Why would you make that? Why would you make that, right? Like these people who fake ghost videos, they're always out there yelling, screaming, they're fake. I don't believe in those. Okay. The ones that you see the shadow, like if there's a shadow right here, like that long, that's probably more real than the other ones. And let's see, you want to research, not look for confirmation bias, not bios. As Sherlock once said, you could rule out what is whatever, no matter how strange it's true. Right, yeah. But somebody looking at video effects editing is going to think, how do I create this? And then let me tell you, from a prop making perspective, why am I going to make this and why does it suck? Afterwards, it's like, why does it suck? This helmet sucks. Like I took a helmet, okay? And I've made several helmets by now, and they're always made from like a Halloween mask or a kid's toy or Bigfoot over here somewhere. And they're never very good. But they're over the top. And that makes them not very good. Makes them not believable. Because none of them have a chin strap. They all just jangle around. And they don't look like what the movies do or what the military does or whoever, okay? They always look like Halloween masks or put-togethers that some newbie did. And I didn't get paid for them, so it's done for fun. Right. Okay, I agree. Be more inclined. That's why I like these videos, because it wasn't visual, it was heat. The orbs were not physically seen. Plane was there, plane was not there. That's what was physically seen by the drone. And yeah, right. It's what he's referring to is 4th Legion, whatever works. He's talking about me making those helmets. You've seen the helmets I'm talking about. I did the shock trooper, the black stormtrooper, safety clone, the X-wing pilot kid helmet. Yeah, I did that. And it's just for fun. But they're trying to fool the world. You know who tried to fool the world and it didn't work because of skeptics who know how this stuff works? There was a mass UFO sighting. Some college kids, and here's what they did. They were looking at the thing. You saw from behind somebody, right? And you saw the phone like this. You're looking at them, and you're looking, and it showed them, and there was a picture on here. You know, busted them. Let me show you. Okay. This is what busted them. This is exactly what busted them. There was a still picture on the phone of what they were looking at. This is what busted them. Do you see a still picture on the phone? And they're all running around the dock or something. They're looking at that. That's what busted them. And it was a hoax. It was a big hoax. I wish I didn't even think that I was going to go there, but there was a UFO sighting, and all these people, all these students were doing that, but they all had the same picture on the phone. It was a picture. They passed them around a picture, and so many people wanted to believe it. Their minds stopped saying, "Hey," their BS meter got turned off, and they wanted to believe it. So they did. And it made a big stink in ufology for about 2 weeks. And then guess who came on? Rich. Rich went, hold on a second. What's going on here? And he looked at it frame by frame, compared the picture on the phone screen to the thing being shown, and it was exactly the same. Like, hold on. And they were moving. It was debunked. I helped Rich debunk a few things too. There was that B-roll shot. The dude who had a drone. I wish I had links for this ready, but I don't. Dude had a drone. He said he was shooting B-roll, and this thing was, the drone was just, just going up, and he was flying over like a valley, and there was this thing come out, and let me see here. I need a toy airplane to show what this did. Okay. This this is good enough, right? What he saw was it go like that. And I was like, hold on a second. Hold on a second. And I didn't even need to go into a frame by frame look about it. Okay. I went into it. I was looking at, hold on. Yeah, this looks too good to be true. Plus, it banked. I've never seen UFO footage where they bank. They're all like that. They're all very two-dimensional looking. They don't bank like they need to rely on the use of wings. And we looked, and we all agreed over at Rich's show that, yeah, this is fake, because first it's banking, and the newest batch of video cards just came out, and that is within the specs of the cards. That it's an advertised thing. You know what? We were right. We were right. And I'm the one who said something about the video card. Nobody else thought about that stuff. We were right, because a little while after that, the owner of the video says, haha, I wanted to see if I could fake a video and get people to believe it. He didn't get everybody to believe it. He didn't get GUFON to believe it. We were like, this is fake, and this is why. We don't know the specific procedure, but this is fake, and this is the hardware they're using to do it. We did it. We did it. Gold star right here. Monty, do you remember that one? Were you there for that? I liked it. Okay. And this is a good enough time to bring it up that hit like and subscribe. If you are here, you are Quantum. Thank you for being here. And friends of the show are listed in the description below. Links below to all the shows, because they are certified Quantum. Let me get this banner down. Thanks, everybody. All the moderators are here. And yeah, so Ashton Forbes, though, check it out. I'm not going to interview him. I'm sure he's pretty busy. He had to put up with the Hodge twins. He has plenty of tolerance, but I don't want to tax him too much. The Hodge twins are trash talkers. They're funny. They're comedian. Okay. They started out selling supplements, like health supplements. Sorry about that. and they got into politics later. So if Ashton will go on there, and he is not high tech Ivy League graduate working at whatever lab or secret whatever. No, he's just a normal guy with a normal job. He has a degree, but it's not like in astrophysics or theoretical quantum anything. It's IT. I believe he's an IT guy for an investment firm. I think. I'm not sure. You know what? We can find out. Let's find out about Ashton Forbes. I will go ahead and leave. Okay, links will be in the description afterwards. By the way, the week was normal. Okay. Ashton Forbes bio. He has a web page. Link in the description. And let me just. Here's a good picture. But I have to do it the hard way, of course. Because it wants to do that WebP garbage. And it won't let me do that. So I have to do all this stuff, open up the picture. He seems like a nice guy. And yeah, this is him. And this is what he does now. Excuse me. He talks about MH370, and it has put him on ufology's map because so many people want to think that this happened with aliens. I don't believe it happened with aliens because the alien stuff doesn't make much sense. The high science, hidden, forgotten, rediscovered science makes a lot more sense. And yeah, there are some good, honest fakes that are out there, and it keeps the interest alive. They're interested to do the fakes, right? But and there's another link, right? Let me go ahead and go back over. Was I? Nope. All right. I can save that link that I can't watch it right now. What are y'all seeing? Okay. As long as y'all not seeing me browse the internet. Not that it matters. Okay. I'm gonna grab up that he posted. Thank you for that. And yeah, the links are for later, but they disappear. Now, so I can put them in the show again later. Oh, you junkie. But I got to take a note so I don't forget them. They disappear after a while. Yeah, there's. Oh, this is a. I will. Okay. How we staged a UFO hoax, fakes, frauds, and scammers, and it. Yeah, that, yeah, that is what the link says. Right, right. I'm not. Well, they do show, but I can't click them. I'm not looking at YouTube. I'm looking at StreamYard. Other people can, and if they want to go watch, go for it. That's great. I can't. I have to save it for later. And they do show because you are a moderator. Right. Yeah. We're clickbaity. Look what I put on there. The Prez. Of course, I got no bites. That's okay. And yeah, this is one of those things that no one's gonna up and own it. Right. The US government is not gonna up and own it. There was not supposed to be any evidence, but the United States stepped on it when their own drone recorded it, didn't know it was supposed to keep it secret. And then FAA FOIA requested public information from the FAA site. You can get that. And that's another way to get stuff like this, right? So they didn't want this to be known. And apparently there was something on there that they didn't, on that plane, that the United States didn't want getting going where it was going. Please go watch both the links I posted from Amy, Good Morning UFO, and Hodge Twins. The Hodge Twins, go there if you want to laugh in the middle of all this high science discussion, because they don't know what the hell they're talking. They're just the whole time until they make some kind of dumb joke. And, and they are funny, okay? They are funny. So, yeah, that's that. Let me go ahead and stop sharing that. Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot going on this week. I was hunkered down with the election and everything. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm not going to fight nobody. I ain't going to discuss it. Aliens, right? Not demons. Aliens are not demons. I love discussing that. Oh, yesterday went to the Legion. Hi, shout out to some new subscribers. Thank you. It was great talking to y'all. Met them at the Legion. They subscribed. They showed me their phone. They pulled out the subscribe. Like, awesome, you're quantum. You know that, right? And they're like, huh? You'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. And most days the shows are not like this. Talking about MH370, I wasn't there. I wasn't in, but it's so fascinating. And they're talking about quantum reality, dark energy, how the ether from back in Tesla's notes said that there's something like the ether. Well, apparently there is. And it's so fascinating that there was something that happened, right? And it was explained to me when a wave force over here meets a wave force over here. Y'all are going to hear this. You know who you are. When they reach each other, they cancel each other out. From our perspective, they do. But then again, they don't. Wave here, counter rotating frequencies, whatever. One's a certain frequency that counters and cancels the other one out. We know that now. It doesn't cancel each other out. From our perspective, it disappears. And it shouldn't happen that way. Well, they figured out it doesn't. It goes into what we would call subspace. It goes into a different realm. And I would love to do this with a couple of lasers to see. There's some other stuff people have used lasers, tunable lasers. It's so cool. Well, the videos could be faked, but it's cheap enough that it's like a $20 project. I could do something like that and report if this is real or if this is fake. What I've seen is they have made two lasers hit each other or go in like this, or three into a point, and a fucking portal opens up. I'm like, hold on a second. This looks like a video game, but it looks too much. It looks too good. And then it looks bad at the same time because it's like this big. I mean, like in reality, you can look through it and you can, like, if this person is in a dark room, and he turned on a magnet, he turned on a couple of lasers. I don't remember the experiment. It wasn't a really experiment. And it showed a point of light that expanded out, and it was sky on the other side. I would love to see what that's about. Okay. I would love to see what that's about. And if I could turn on a EMF, electromagnetic field generator, which is like easy to do. Okay. EMF generator, 2 lasers, tune lasers are kind of expensive, but worth it. Tune some lasers into a point and see what happens when they cancel each other out. I would love to see what happens there. There's so many things that are becoming accessible, and yeah, our education system says we don't know what we're doing. That's all of our education saying we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what's going on. We are in, oh, I did have a graphic for this. The spectrum of reality. You're here, everything else is around you. Okay? You are here. Everything else is around you that we cannot perceive. And it's unfortunate. So we are at 51 minutes and I am starting to ramble. So I'm going to get off of here. I will come back in about 30 so minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Me and Amy are out of coffee. Let's see, Monty. Here's my take on MH370. The U.S. and friendly forces were on an air defense exercise, sort of Top Gun stuff, mock battle. Malfunction, let a real AZA missile hit the aircraft. Okay. I never saw a thing of the missile hitting the aircraft. I did see those 3 orbs. Don't know where they come from. Okay. And Monty goes on to say, now, because most on board were Chinese, it would have started World War III. Oh, no, I don't know about that. Coffee time. Thank you, Renee. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm starting to ramble, and we can discuss it in the panel, depending on who shows up, if anybody. I know people were having a hard time today, so we may have an abbreviated panel. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to... Okay. No, nothing to do with that video. All right. Well, I didn't see anything with missiles. Okay. I mean, in any video, I didn't see missiles hit that airplane at all. And Diane is saying it like it is. We're pushing buttons. Thanks, everybody. It's coffee time. Talk to y'all in the panel, 20, 30 minutes. Hope to see you there. Out of here. Keeping it quantum.